Hello and welcome to the Livingston career mode. We are on episode 5 and no messing about this episode, to be honest, to start off with, because we're going to get kicked off instantly with this. And if I'm being honest, I have no idea how that went in. I never tried to chip him. Looked very much like a chip, basically was a chip. That was just me holding in circle. And it lobbed the keeper from outside the box. Don't know how he's not caught it, if I'm being honest, but he hasn't, and it's a very nice goal in my opinion. But yeah, to start off with the whole first half, Hibs never really posed any real threat. I mean, as you can see, like, not much really happened, and Seibold, I have no clue what footy he is, because that goal is absolutely incredible, but at the same time he chipped the goalkeeper from outside the box with his left, so who really knows? Well, I suppose FIFA would know, and I would know if I paid more attention. That's kinda awkward. But yeah, still first half, 44th minute, Cadden cuts inside, still got the ball here, passes it to Seibold, and Bogdan preventing him from getting that hat-trick in the first half. Could have easily been a hat-trick for him. Second half starts, and as you can see in the top corner, saying that Seibold is the player to watch. De Vita's running down the wing, cuts inside, and everything but the shot was pretty decent. If only, yeah, if only. We're still passing around them. We get to Lawless, who was a substitute, cuts inside and pegs the keeper, making it 3-0 in the 83rd minute. And I think it's safe to say that would be game over. And I'm surprised, to be honest, because I don't know what the celebration's all about as well, by the way. But it's because I was expecting just a much bigger fight from Hibs, and they produced essentially zero threat, and it ended 3-0 to Livingston. I'm pretty sure that's our most convincing win to date. I mean, we all have one more point in games played, which is quite embarrassing. We're in 7th place at this point, playing up against Motherwell, away from home, and they would be the first team to get an opportunity, but it wouldn't be till a half hour into the game. I've found that most games I've played have taken a wee while to actually get going. Lawson with the worst shot or the best pass. I'll let you decide that one, because it was a very simple finish for Seibold at the back stick. I'll let you decide whether it was an awful shot or a bad, an awful shot or a good pass. Sorry. Then Menga with, genuinely wasn't expecting them to pull that off. It was what I was trying, but didn't expect them to pull it off. And then the perfect tackle from the Motherwell defence, and that would end 1-0. Nothing really happened in that game, which is why, well, there was so little highlights. And then we have a look at the league table. We're in 5th, with 14 points. Celtic unbeaten, Rangers behind them, 1 point behind them with 1 loss. Kilmarnock behind them with 22 points. Motherwell above us. We have 5 losses already, which isn't too good. I was really hoping that we would have a lot more points, to be honest. Although we are in 5th, I suppose that's not too bad. Our next game would be up against Hibs again. I don't know what the fixture list is all about, because I'm pretty sure in either January or February I'm playing against St Johnstone twice in 3 weeks or something like that. We do get, I think his name was Moretti. We just got him the other now. We got Rizzo and Guidi from this list as well. No wait, this is right. Moretti we just got the other now, and I do call him up. I call him up, Guidi, and Rizzo stays in the youth academy because he's only 15, obviously. But he's a big centre back. I'm looking to train him. Hopefully he'll get into the first team eventually. Centre backs are quite easy to train though. All you need to really do is train their defending stats, and we end up into this game against Hibs, and Seibold has 3 goals in 3 games. I think it's technically 3 goals in 2 games, is it not? I think it would be, but they give us a much bigger threat this game than they did the last game, and it's only, well, 35 minutes in. They've already had 2 shots, 2 decent shots. They would have had a few others as well, but nothing really asking questions of the keeper. Hardy, I thought, could have possibly got a goal there. This is just a very dull game, and as you can see, it's the 90th minute already, and yeah, that was just the story of this game. Just lots of empty shots. So shots that were just going wide or going right at the keeper or being blocked or whatever, but that would be the end of that game. I don't understand why we go Hibs twice in 3 games instead of anybody else. I don't know what the fixture list is all about, but this game I started De Vita instead of Cadden. I think it was due to fitness, and plus I hadn't really used him, but look at that for a pass, picking out Musa, who has a wide shot, but still from kick-off, you know, 2 minutes in, putting in passes like that. I thought, oh god, Dundee are gonna get revenge on me for beating them. I mean, they were the second team that I beat, so Johnson being the first, but look at this ball. I don't know if that's all in the ball or all in the header. Both are immaculate. I was very happy about that, and then Seibold getting taken right out. Pretty sure he got a yellow for that, and well, because it was in our half, obviously the free kick didn't amount to anything. Bobby Burns with what was meant to be a low driven, and because the buttons for low driven shots are L1 and R1, I tend to click L1 a wee bit before R1 sometimes, so it ends up registering as a chip shot. And yeah, I remember playing against Rangers before and having many opportunities to get rid of them, essentially just beat them very convincingly, but every single time I tried to do a low driven shot it would chip and it would ruin it. But we're not playing against Rangers, we are going to be playing against Celtic, and what was shown there is that Morrison had returned from injury, and he would eventually come on in this game. However, Celtic were not forgiven, even at home. You know what I mean? Actually, let's just say they destroyed me. I mean, they have the best home record, and Gamboa disposes of I don't know who that was, and we try to clear it, but it only goes as far as Griffiths, and Griffiths scores it. It was so unforgiving. This was like the best chance we had all game, and in the 20th minute, I don't know why he was so slow, and then I try to finish it and it's the worst shot ever into Doris de Vries. I don't know why they're even playing him, to be honest. It should be Scott Bain, surely, considering de Vries is like 40 years old or 39 or something like that. He's ridiculously old. I don't know why they're playing him. I suppose that's just how they rate Livingston. And I thought this was a bit unfair, but we managed to get away with it. And then we could have got away, but this touch, like, seriously, what am I meant to do about that? And then Griffiths is in again, and then you've got Forrest at the back stick, 2-0. And I thought, well, if it's 2-0 in the first half, it could easily be 4-5-0 by the end of the game. And then second half comes around. Look at this. This entire clip was just perfection. One touch football in 3 touches. I think they got all the way up the pitch and scored. Just, there's nothing I could have done about that. And even after that, they were still getting very lucky, I would say, at this point, because he took me on, he put the cross in, we got rid of it, and they got the free kick for it, just giving them another chance. No, it never amounted to anything. The game would end 3-0, but that's not the point. Could have been a lot more. We could have had a couple of goals, I think, but none of the chances were good enough, other than that one to show you. We get another report from Italy, and Cassidy would be the only person I think I take from this, mainly just because he'd rating, and I think I take Russo as well actually, because I had a good feeling he would be a defensive player, and he does turn out to be a centre back, I'm pretty sure. Although the height, he's not small. It's just I'd rather have my players over 6 foot, and he isn't even 6 foot. In real life, I'd probably be fine with it being smaller, but because it's FIFA. But yeah, Cassidy being 63 rated, very good technical stats. Everything else is decent, I suppose. His athleticism isn't special. His stamina is quite poor. And we do promote him instantly, because it should be good, you know. He's only 16, 63 rated, 4-star, 3-star, high low work rates, right mid. Might put him in at centre mid. He would be like my own sort of Marco Verratti. And to end the episode off, this is what the table looks like. We're in 8th. Everybody's very close together though, between 4th and 8th though. However, that'll be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Please leave a like, comment if you have anything for the January transfer window, any suggestions, and yeah, I'll see you all next time.